So it's morning, and this is the second to last day. I think it's day 36 till we get to Santiago, and then it's on to Mexia. It's been kind of rainy. Yesterday it was very rainy. Today it looks like it's going to be more of the same. Don't do a lot of video or pictures on rainy days. Just don't like getting the cell phone out in the rain. But yesterday was a good day. Got done early. I think today is going to be another one of those days where I'll probably wrap up early. May not take a lot of pictures. The place I stayed in was pretty good last night. Actually found a meal that was delicious. Had a really good meal. Again, the trick to finding a good meal on the Camino is not eating Camino food, but get away from the trail or get away from places that have a pilgrim's menu. If you go and ask for a menu and the only thing they share is a pilgrim's menu, then what you want to do is you want to move on. You want to go on to something else, because a pilgrim's menu is far from the greatest. If they have something other than a pilgrim's menu, great, you can get something then. But try to order off the pilgrim's menu. Yesterday I did. Got a really good salad, and then had a really good main chicken dish and cheesecake for dessert. That was eaten really well. And then last night I just simply had a salad. But lunch was pretty good. So just a tip for the day. So let's see how we can do. You can see by the skies behind me that it's kind of cloudy. So my hat is in my backpack. Sky is hidden by clouds, but this is the Stoic Pilgrim. We're gonna get there soon, folks. We're gonna get there soon. So we'll talk to you later. Bye. As you can see by the crowd in front of me, the Del Norte has now merged with the Francais, and I'm now walking with not only other Del Norte pilgrims, but pilgrims who've originated in St. Jean and various points along the French Way. As you can see, it's quite a crowd. So this part of the way is quite popular. You'll also see people who have started from Saria and closer on in. So at this point, I'm not even sure I need the markers or my GPS. All I need to do is just follow the crowd, and I'm sure I'll find my way to Santiago. Anyways, here I am. Cloud rain hasn't hit yet. It'll be interesting to see the effects it has on the crowds once the rain hits. So this is your Stoic Pilgrim, seeing Buen Camino. I just saw something kind of interesting that I thought I'd mention. You know, I talk about how wonderful the people of Spain have been on this trip. I just saw there was a pilgrim walking behind me, and there was she was maybe about 10-20 steps behind me, and I approach this corner and I see there's a man holding like a battery power bank for a cell phone, and all of a sudden he starts calling to the girl behind, the pilgrim behind me, and it's like, hey, and he found her and he handed her the power bank, and apparently she must have forgot it in the restaurant. And I thought, oh, that was really cool of him to do something like that. And you see this along the way quite frequently. The people of Spain just being very kind and generous towards the pilgrims. It's very encouraging, very encouraging. Of course, some might say, hey, you know, they're doing it because, you know, they're tourist money and all that, and I'm sure there's an element of that. But I think also there's just a kindness to the people. So anyways, that's me for now. We'll talk more later. This is a real treat for me. I stood on this exact spot, having coffee and tostada and an omelet on this exact spot, on this exact day, 1 year ago, with some very good pilgrim friends. Boy, this brings back great memories. So, buen camino. It's kind of interesting walking along. You know, I'm not used to walking around a lot of other pilgrims. And now that we've joined the French way, there's a lot of pilgrims I've never seen before. In fact, almost all of them I've never seen before. And you don't know from where they originated, how far they've walked, how far they walk in a day, whether they're taking a transport in between, etc., etc. But one thing I do find quite funny is to see people walking and smoking at the same time. It's like, as you can no doubt tell from these videos, I'm having trouble keeping my breath. I'm just walking and I've never smoked. How do these people do it? I don't know, but that's pretty interesting. Okay. More notes on the Camino later today, if it isn't raining too much. There's something wrong. Last year when I came through here, they had this place, and I'm pretty sure this was it, where this guy had beer bottles all over the place, just kind of like hanging. I remember getting a beer bottle and you'd drink your beer and you'd put your name on it. I think this is closed. This is really sad. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this isn't the place, but I think it is. I think they closed it down. How sad. Not really sure where the music's coming from, but it's kind of fun. Then again, it's only in the afternoon right now, so we'll see if they're playing at 3 in the morning. Well, it's the end of day 36, and I haven't been making a lot of wrap-up videos lately, but I thought tonight would be a good day, good one to do. It's been an interesting day. I'm here in Pedrouzo, and this is a day where the Del Norte, well, yeah, actually it was last night where Del Norte joined the trail with the way with the Français, and it was kind of neat to walk past places where I had tread last year, and it's kind of ironic. I didn't plan it this way, but the exact same day, I'm here the exact same day I was here last year, so June 10th. So I passed through Pedrouzo on June 10th, and now I'm going on to Santiago. I'll get to Santiago the 11th, and hopefully get my Compostela on the 11th, which I think is kind of neat. June 11th of 2022, I got my first one, and June 11th of 2023, I'll get my second. Then I go on to, where did we say? Finisterre and Muxia. Kind of having trouble holding the camera here. Hand is getting cramped and the arm is getting kind of tired. But yeah, so it's kind of neat. I passed, as you saw in the video, I passed a place where we had breakfast on this day last year, and we also had lunch at the same place I had lunch last year, and it was good. In fact, it was even better. I had a really good What did I have? I had a pulled pork burrito, which was really good. Then tonight I went out with some friends and we had a nice quiet dinner. I just had a salad, but it was a good evening of being with friends. And you know, as we were ending the day, one of the points I made to my Camino family, my friends, is that I think that's the neat thing about the Camino, and I've said this before in other videos, is the friendships you form. When I first went walking on the Camino, I was like, this is a great time to be alone. I'm really looking forward to the solitude. I even said that coming into this one. And I really should know better, because really the great benefit of the Camino is the people you meet and getting to know people and to speak with people. It's just neat. You meet people from all over the world. Sometimes you meet people that are not so great, but most of the time you're meeting people that are kind of great. And I certainly did on this trip, as I did last year. And, you know, on the Del Norte, I'll be honest, the food wasn't that great. And there's a lot of other pilgrims who agree with me. But the views are beautiful. And the accommodations weren't necessarily the Four Seasons. But when you got together with friends at the end of the day, that camaraderie was beautiful. Beats anything you might have encountered in the Four Seasons. And you know, the days are challenging, but you have your Camino family to encourage you. So, you know, all in all, this is just a great, wonderful experience. You know, and set your expectations. You're not staying at the Four Seasons, and the Camino is not a movable bacchanalian feast, as some people seem to think. But if you want to meet people from all over the world, get a different perspective on life and on people, this is the place to do it. And already I'm still got Santiago and Finisterre and Muxia, so I think I have a total of 6 walking days left. I'm going to take an extra day in Santiago just to enjoy the place and maybe be able to attend the Pilgrim's Mass. But it's a good day, and the Camino is a good thing to do. And I've walked the Francés, now I've walked the Del Norte. Well, tomorrow I'll have completed the Del Norte. And by the end of this trip, I hope to have completed Finisterre and Muxia. And so I'm not as well traveled as some on the Camino. I've met some that have done it 9 times, and they've done the Primitivo and the Francés and the Del Norte and the Portuguese and the Inglese, and they've done all the different routes. I don't know if I'll ever do that, but they'll tell you, you know, this is really a worthwhile thing to do. So that's it. I know I sound kind of somber tonight, but it's a somber kind of night. We're getting towards the end. So this is your friend, the Stoic Pilgrim, signing off for tonight. We'll talk to you more tomorrow, day 37, walking into Santiago. We'll talk to you then. Buen Camino, my friends.